prayam prEmika varadam praNamAmyaham aShTami dina jananam aShTAkShara svarUpam aShTami dina jananam aShTAkShara svarUpam aShTamahiShi sahitham aShTaishvarya dAyinam prEmika varadam praNamAmyaham thuLasIdaLa arcchana priyam duShTa prathitachaditram thuLasIdaLa arcchana priyam duShTa prathitachaditram bhaktamuralidara sadalalalalam bhaktamuralidara sadalalam bhagyajana sevidam bahu sulabam bhagyajana sevidam bahu sulabam prEmika varadam praNamAmyaham prEmika varadam praNamAmyaham Rukminirada pujita tulasi vrindavana sancharini tulasi priyajana palini poshini tulasi त्वां प्रणमामि हरि प्रिय तुलसी रुक्मिणी राधा पूजित तुलसी वृंदावन संचारिणी तुलसी प्रियजन पालिनी पोषिणी तुलसी त्वां प्रणमामि हरि प्रिय तुलसी मंजुल भाषिणी सुमधुर तुलसी संचित पाप विनाशिनी तुलसी मानस-पूजा-थोषिणि तुलसी त्वां प्रणमामि हरि प्रिय तुलसी प्रिय हरिनाम संकीर्तन तुलसी hari-charaNArpitha-mArdava तुलसी प्रणरण संकटवारिणि तुलसी त्वां प्रणमामि हरि प्रिय तुलसी त्वां प्रणमामि हरि प्रिय तुलसी कुङ्कुम चन्दन लेपित तुलसी मंगलभूषण भूषित तुलसी पंकजलोचन कामिनी तुलसी त्वां प्रणमामि हरि प्रिय तुलसी मुनिगण मंडल पूजित तुलसी सन्मन मंगलकारिणि तुलसी श्री मुरलीधर जीवन तुलसी त्वां प्रणमामि हरि प्रिय तुलसी त्वां प्रणमामि हरि प्रिय तुलसी रुक्मिणी राधा पूजित तुलसी वृंदावन संचारिणी तुलसी प्रियजन पालिनी पोषिणी तुलसी त्वां प्रणमामि हरि प्रिय तुलसी गोपिका जीवन स्मरणं गोविंद गोविंद सद्गुरु महाराज की जय राधे राधे very nice happy Friday to everyone we are very fortunate to learn Narayaniam by the grace of our Gurunadhar and Guruvayurappan. Let us begin today's class canto number 81 aShTamahiShi Vivaha. Last week we have seen the story of Samandaka Mani and Bhagavan married Satyabhama and also Jambavati. Now we are going to see how Bhagavan married the other 5 women. So all those stories and also Narakasura, his destruction also is covered in this chapter. Let us begin. Shri Krishnaya Parabrahmane Namaha Shri Bhattapadamanisham Vidibhavayami. One time Jagannath Swami loved Ashtapadi. He loves Ashtapadi's Kirtan composed by Jayadeva. One time there was another person, very Vidwan. He's also a Raja, and he composed because he's a great Pandit, and he also wanted to compose Ashtapadi. So he also said, I will compose Ashtapadi and it will be better than Jayadeva's. Like that, Ashtapadi, Jayadeva's Ashtapadi became very famous, but this Raja got jealous and so he too wrote Ashtapadi. Then when he gave it to all the people to check, big pandits and priests and scholars and all checked, said no match. Jayadeva Ashtapadi is the top. Yours does not even come close, don't even bother. But because he is the Raja, he can do anything. He says, no, I'm not going to just take your word. I'm going to go to Jagannath temple and see and tell Jagannath Swami, see whose Ashtapadi he accepts. And then they placed both Ashtapadi books in the Jagannath Samniti and in the night. And then in the next morning they saw all the Ashtapadi written by the Raja have been thrown into the ocean and they are destroyed. Then Jayadeva Ashtapadi, Jagannath Swami put on his head. They appear on his head. I remember why, because one of my other student from long time ago, Sundar Chandra, they took Narayaniam book to Sri Krishna Premi Anna, and the moment Sri Anna saw Narayaniam book, he put it on his head and then he blessed and gave to them. So that Narayaniam which Krishna loves, that's what we are reading. So very beautiful chapter today, canto number 81. Snigdam mugdam satatam apitam lalayan satyabhamam yado bhuya saha khalutaya yajnaseni vivaham partha prityai punarapi managastido asti purya shakra prastam puramapi vibho samvidaya gado Snigdha mugdha satatamapita lalayan satyabhama yado bhuya saha khalutaya yajnaseni vivaham partha prityai punarapi managastido asti purya shakra prastam puramapi vibho samvidaya gado Satyabhama, and she is very dear to Bhagavan. So Bhagavan is spending lot of time with Satyabhama and she is very beautiful and loving and serving Bhagavan. For some time Bhagavan stays like that, and then the Pandavas are calling him. Yadu abhuya saha kalutaya yajnaseni vivaham. Pandavas are marrying Draupadi. So last week we saw how the Pandavas were going to be killed in the Lakshagraha, right? And then they wander in the forest, in the Lakshagraha, they escape, and then Vidura was the one who warned them, and a sevak came and told them, right? So they escaped. Then they are roaming in the forest for many years, for some time, before they come back to Hastinapura. After that they marry Draupadi. So when they marry Draupadi, Bhagavan goes there. Bhagavan now stayed in Hastinapura for some time because Arjuna says, please stay back, Krishna, please stay some more, please stay some more. Yudhishthira will and Arjuna will not let him leave. So Bhagavan continued to stay in Hastinapura. And at that time only other stories come when Bhagavan Duryodhana refuses to give any land for the Pandavas. Actually, it's supposed to be 50-50, but Duryodhana refused to give even 5 houses. Bhagavan only went and asked for the Pandavas. Then Duryodhana does not give. Then finally he gave a desert place, and Bhagavan they took that desert place, and that became so prosperous. That is the New Delhi, Indraprastha. Bhagavan made it so prosperous. And then this part is saying, Shakraprastham Puramapi Vibho Samvida Shakraprastham Puramapi. Bhagavan made a new city, that is Indraprastha. That is still the capital of India, which is the New Delhi now. Bhagavan made it so prosperous and it's still the capital. So then the Pandavas started living there, and Bhagavan also stayed there for some time and then went back to Dwaraka. All that story in that first shloka. Then Bhadram Bhavadavarajam Kauravena Tvachata-mahrida Ukhanamaskari Shakrasunuhu Tatra Kruddam Balamanunayan Pratyagastena Sardham Shakraprastham Priyasakhamude Satyabhama Sahayaha Bhadram Bhavadavarajam Kauravena Tvachata-mahrida Uhanamaskari Shakrasunuhu Tatra Kruddam Balamanunayan Pratyagastena Sardham Shakraprastham Priyasakhamude Satyabhama Sahayaha. Bhagavan's sister Subhadra, Jagannath Subhadra Balramji are there. Subhadra wanted to marry. Subhadra is very beautiful, and Duryodhana want to marry her. Kauravena-arthyamana. Duryodhana wants to marry her, and Balramji has made that, the talk for that. Like how our parents will arrange marriage, talking to different parties without even us knowing what is happening. They'll be talking to different people and then say, they're coming for girls seeing and all. Like that, the parents will be talking. So here, Balramji has spoken to Duryodhana and Dhritarashtra and tried to arrange like that. Bhagavan Krishna is like, he's not very happy. So one time, Arjuna himself, Bhagavan make him come like a fake sannyasi. Twadvachata-mahrida Ukhanamaskari. He made him very reputed sadhu has come. Subhadra, you have to go serve him. See, you have to go receive him and serve the sadhu. Please go. Like that, Krishna sent Subhadra, and fake Arjuna, sannyasi Arjuna, is living in their house 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, and she's serving him so much, and then they both fall in love. And then after many days, when when that arrangement is coming, that Balram is going to bring Duryodhana to marry, at that correct day, Bhagavan says, no escape. And so Arjuna escapes with Subhadra. And Balram is furious with Krishna. With sweet words. Dauji, you should not get angry like this. She loves him, this is how it should be. Like that, Bhagavan convinces Balramji. Even if he is younger brother, Bhagavan is the boss. In Rama-avatara, Rama is the older brother, so he is, the boss. Here he is only younger brother, still he will be the boss of Balramji. So Balramji could not understand. He said, okay. So Duryodhana was not happy. So now Subhadra married Arjuna. Then Arjuna says, Krishna, come stay with us for some more time. So to make him happy, Shakraprastham Priyasakhamude. To make Arjuna happy, our Bhagavan, Satyabhama Sahayaha, went again to Indraprastha with Satyabhama and stayed in Indraprastha for more time. Then one time Arjuna and Bhagavan are going hunting and going for recreation in the forest, and then they meet the river deity Kalindi. So tatra kridan api cha yamuna kula drishtam grihitva tam Kalindim nagaramagamah khandava prinitagnihi भ्रातृत्रस्तां प्रणयविवशां देव पैतृष्वसेयीं राज्ञा मध्ये सपरिजर्षि मित्रविन्दामवन्दीं तत्र क्रीडन्नपि च यमुनाकूलदृष्टां गृहीत्वा तां कालिन्दीं नगरमगमः खाण्डवप्रीणिताग्निः भ्रातृत्रस्तां प्रणयविवशां देव पैतृष्वसेयीं राज्ञा मध्ये सपरिजर्षि मित्रविन्दाम् अवन्तीम्. Arjuna, they are Sakhadan Cholluvar, Krishna Arjunana Sakha Cholluvar. Sakhava Arpar also he will be Guru. Bhagavan only gave Bhagavad Gita Upadesha to Arjuna in the battlefield, so he is also the Guru. But most of the time he acts like he is a Sakha. But really, can Krishna be a Sakha for anyone? Bhagavan is Bhagavan. So Bhagavan went with Arjuna and he would go everywhere for sporting in the forest. Then this river Kalindi, it will come in winding manner everywhere as though to follow Bhagavan, the river. She will always, wherever Bhagavan goes, as though the river would be coming in that path. She would be following quietly our Krishna. And so, when Krishna went near there, suddenly he saw her doing in her the river deity form, doing tapas to get Bhagavan's grace. Bhagavan was pleased with her, and so he marries her. That is Khanda, and so Kalindi. She is the daughter of Yamuna. She is also another embodiment of the river Yamuna. So Bhagavan marries Kalindi. Then Tatra Kridan Apicha Yamuna Kula Drishtam Grihitva Tam Kalindi Nagaramagamaha. Then Khandava Prinitagnihi. Agni Bhagavan wanted to consume the forest of Bhagavan, let him consume the Khandava one, and pleased Agni Bhagavan. Khandava Prinitagnihi. So that forest was burnt out by Agni Devata. Then next, Bhratritrastam Pranaya Vivasham Deva Paitrishvaseyi. Bhagavan's father's sister's daughter. Her name is Mitravinda, Paitrishvaseyi. Bhagavan Vasudeva's sister's daughter. Her name is Bhadra, Mitravinda. Bhratritrastam Ranaya Vivasham Deva Paitrishvaseyim Ratnya Madhye Saparijarishe Mitravindam. Her name is Mitravinda. She is the princess of Avanti. So she is in love with Bhagavan, but her brother, again like Rukmi, is the villain. Like that, her brother is arranged her marriage with someone else, but Bhagavan comes for the Swayamvara, and all the kings have assembled thinking that she will garland them. Bhagavan forcefully comes and then abducts her and marries her. So that is Mitravinda. So now we have Rukmini, Satyabhama, Jambavati, Kalindi, Mitravinda. 5. Then Satyam Gatva Punarudavaho Nagnajinnandanam Tam Badhva Saptapi Chavrishavardan Saptamurti Nimeshat Bhadram Nava Pradadurathate Deva Sandardhanadhyaha Tatsodadyam Varada Bhavatastapi Paitrishvasyeyi. Satya. Satya is the daughter of Nagnajit. She is a princess. So So many beautiful princes are there and many kings will be waiting to marry them. Especially when they are very rich, so many kings will be waiting to marry. So the father has to come with creative ways to make sure only the best one gets his daughter. So this father, Nagnajit, has made a scheme where 7 bulls are there and they have sharp horns and they are always in a mad rage. And whoever comes near, they just, attack them and all the kings will run away in fear. So nobody will dare come to marry her because they have to first win 7 bulls who are in mad rage always. So then she remained like unmarried for a long time because nobody was coming. Then father was thinking, "Arey, did I make a mistake doing this?" And then finally Bhagavan came and very easily our Bhagavan subdued 7 bulls, taking 7 forms at the same time, and just like how the parents would discipline a little kid like that, very easily he tied up all the bulls and vanquished them very easily, and he married Satya. So that is in the story. All the wives are telling Draupadi later after all the katha are over, they will all meet in Samanda Panchaka, the Tirtha Sthala. All the Pandavas, all the Yadavas, all the Vrajavasis, all of them will meet. And at the time, Draupadi will talk to all the wives of Krishna and say, "How did you all meet Krishna? How did you marry?" Each one she want to know, how did she meet Krishna? How did she meet Krishna, like that? So all the wives narrate to her. That is all covered in Bhagavatam 10.83. So Satya is telling, my father made this plan, that someone has to conquer 7 bulls before they can marry me, and it was only Krishna. May I always have the chance to serve his lotus feet. I do not desire anything else. Each wife will say the same thing. May we always have a chance to be his servant. I am ready to be a maid in his house. Like that, all the women will say, may we have a chance to serve him in every birth. Satya is telling, Saptokshano Adibalavigya Sutikshna Shringan Pitra Krida Kshitipavidya Parikshanaya Tan Veera Durmala Dahana Starasa Nigrihya Kridan Babandaha Yatha Shishavo Jatokan. Our Bhagavan easily conquered all the bulls and subdued them. Then Bhadra. Bhadra is also another cousin of Bhagavan. So they were allowed to marry. Even me and my mom and my husband are cousins. And then my husband is related to me. So in India they do like that. They marry within relations, right? Like that here. This is another cousin of Bhagavan. Bhadram nama pradadurathate deva sandardhanadhyaha tatsodaryam varada bhavadasapi paitrishvasyahi. Bhadra also is narrating how she married Bhagavan. Bhadra's brothers wanted her to marry somebody else. See how the women in India, they were always considered equal, man and woman, and they have the right to choose their husband. So that's how we saw Rukmini Devi. She wrote the letter and made sure she went against all her, the big powerful people in her family. All of them, she stood for her belief and her wish, and she got it. So like that, the Indian women had so much courage and persistence to get what they want, and going beyond the rules, they have done that. So here Satya Bhadra is also like that. Even though the brothers wanted to marry her, Bhadra also is narrating how she married Bhagavan. Bhadra is also another cousin of Bhagavan. So they were allowed to marry. Even though the brothers were wanted to marry her, Bhadra is also like that. Even though the brothers were wanted to marry her, Bhadra is also like that. Even though the brothers were wanted to marry her, even no, Bhadra is not made, but many times here she is lucky that they are all ready to give to Krishna. Some women were lucky that they didn't have any obstacle. Appo avalukku easy whatever they want it happened, but for some women the obstacle come and they have to fight and marry Krishna. So for Bhadra, the brothers are already willing, and so they allow her to marry Krishna, and the marriage is done in a very grand manner. And she says, my father gave lot of gifts, many maid servants, lot of gifts to the family members of Krishna. All the very expensive articles were all given in dowry, and they married me to him. So Bhagavan married Bhadra. Bhadram nama pradadu rathati deva sandardhanadhyaha tatsodaryam varada bhavadasapi paitrishvasyehi. Then another one, Lakshmana. पार्थाध्यैरप्यकृतलवनं तोयमात्राभिलक्ष्यं लक्ष्यं चित्वा शफरमवृथा लक्ष्मणामद्रकन्यां. पार्थाध्यैरप्यकृतलवनं तोयमात्राभिलक्ष्यं लक्ष्यं चित्वा शफरमवृथा लक्ष्मणामद्रकन्याम्. अष्टावेवं तव समभवन् पल्लवास्तत्र मध्ये शुश्रोतत्वं सुरपतिगिरा भौमदुष्टेष्टितानि. अष्टावेवं तव समभवन् पल्लवास्तत्र मध्ये शुश्रोतत्वं सुरपतिगिरा भौमदुष्टेष्टितानि. Arjuna married Draupadi. There was the condition that he has to shoot a fish that is up in the on top of the tree, but he has to look at the reflection in the water and shoot at the top, right? Something like that. We have to read again. But he has to shoot up, but he has to be looking at the reflection and shoot. Like that, Arjuna was the only one. All others tried. Duryodhana and Karna and many great kings tried. Nobody could do. Arjuna did it, and he got Draupadi. In here, Parthadhyaya, the same way, Krishna had to do something similar. This Bhadra is telling this to Draupadi and all of them in the Samantha Panchaka story. She says, Narada used to come to our palace and always narrate stories about Krishna to me. And he told the story about how Rukmini Devi wrote letter to Bhagavan, and then how Bhagavan came and abducted her and married her. And ever since I heard that, I am in love with Bhagavan only. So day to day my love for Bhagavan was growing. My father, Brihatsena, my father's name, he saw me like this. So my father wanted, also wished the same thing. But then he has to make a challenge so that others do not, have a chance. So he created a challenge in a similar way where the object is also not seen. Here, Bhagavan, whoever has to shoot a fish or a bird and the top, but they cannot see it. But the only reflection will be seen. They will not be able to see it outside, but they will only see it in the water. And seeing in the water, they have to shoot. So many kings could not do. Karna was very close. He managed to touch the target, but couldn't kill it. Karna and Arjuna, same way. They managed to touch it, but they couldn't hit it. So then our Krishna only, after everybody felt, our Bhagavan, very easily he shot the target looking at the reflection. At the time, the sun approached Abhijit, the afternoon time. In the afternoon time, the sun is shining so much on the water, even you couldn't make the reflection, you couldn't see the reflection of the target in the water because the sun is shining there. Even without looking at the reflection, Bhagavan shot the target, and then my father was very happy and he got me married, and then my father gave lot of dowry to Krishna, and then we married. Like that, this story of Lakshmana. Partadhairapyakrutalavanam toyamatrabhilaksham laksham. See, toyamatrabhilaksham. Only in the water you can see the target. Laksham chitva shabharamavridha Lakshmana madra kanya. This way, Bhagavan married eight aShTamahiShi. aShTamahiShi sahitham aShTaishvarya dAyinam prEmika varadam. So, Ashtavevam tava samabhavan pallabhastatra madhye sushrotatvam surapadigila bhauma duShTaani. So all the wives are narrating, how they married, and they all beg to Bhagavan and say, let us be your servant in every birth, in birth after birth. When we studied Rukmini Vivaha chapter, we didn't look at this shloka, although I wanted to. It's a Pranaya Kalakam chapter, very beautiful. And that is covered in Narayanyam in one shloka. Vividhanarma vireva maharnisham pramadama kalayan punarekada rujumade kila vakragira bhava varadano raddano. This is coming in Rukmini Vivaha 79, shloka number 11. When Mother Rukmini is married and she's very happy and dressed beautifully and serving Bhagavan, she's also very beautifully dressed. Rukmini Devi is so beautiful and Bhagavan decided to just tease her today. So he said, why did you marry me, Rukmini, when you had so many big kings waiting to marry you? You left all of them and you chose me. I don't have any money. I don't even have a kingdom of my own. I had to run away as though in fear of Jarasandha, and I had to hide in the middle of the sea and create a place for me, and they call it call me as king of that place. It's not even, I'm not even born as a king. I don't have any status, anything, yet you choose me. You left all the big kings like Shishupala and Duryodhana and Shalva and Paundraka. So many kings were waiting. Why you chose me? Krishna made fun of her, and Rukmini Devi became unconscious, couldn't bear the insult and sarcasm of Bhagavan. Then Bhagavan took immediately Chaturbuja Rupa, and he lifted her and consoled her, and then she calmed down. The tears were flowing, and then she replied to Bhagavan with beautiful shlokas. And in one shloka only I'll take today because of the time constraint. She says, other than you, Krishna, everybody is having some defect or another, even the gods, even Shiva or Brahma or Indra or Agni Devatas or all of them, all have some defect. Who will pick anyone when you are the most outstanding one? So she says this shloka number 44. It's a very beautiful big chapter. This is in Bhagavatam. Here, in this one, Nanveva Meda Daravinda Vimochana Yadvai Bhavan Bhagavato Asadrishi Vibhuna Kwasve Mahimya Birado Bhagavam Stradesha Koham Guna Prakriti Atna Grihi Dapada. You are the Parama Purusha, you are the supreme ruler. You don't need small kingdoms like this. You are the supreme ruler of the entire universe. Why do I need another Chota Mota Laukika husband? I don't want, she says. Then she says, the general nature of the worldly husband who do not hear Krishna Katha, our families are good, okay? Generally, what she thought about all the kings, Bhagavan was telling, why you didn't choose that king and this king and that king? She's telling about all those kings. What are they? Tasya surachyutanrapa bhavatopadishta strinam griheshu karagoshva bidala bhrityaha. Telling them they are merely like Kara go ashwa bidala brityaha. So she's comparing them to animal traits, those kings. So yattarnamula marikarshana nopayayade dushmatkata mrida virinja sabha sugita. Those kings who never heard Krishna Katha, they are like as good as Gadha or bull or shwa, dog or cat or slaves, das. So what are the words here? This one, khara. Khara is the Gadha. What does it mean? When the husband is merely carrying the burden of life, like for a Gadha, for a donkey, whatever load you put on its back, if you put a beautiful bag containing sandalwood, or you put a bag containing dirty clothes, it does know the difference. It just carries the burden and goes from one place to place. So the husbands who only go to work and come back, eat and sleep and mate, without just live life like as a burden, day-to-day life, without thinking the higher purpose, they are as good as donkeys just carrying the burden of life. They won't help themselves or the spouse. Then next one is the ox and the bull. The bull will go to different cows and try to do work and try to earn a living and get pleasure and do work also. But again, so like the husband who will try to please the wife in different ways, but still the higher purpose he will not be able to give her. So that husband is also like as good as a bull, an ox. Then next one is the shwa, the dog husband. That husband, kitna bhi, the dog you give garlic to the dog, still it is shameless, it keeps coming to the master. The master will abuse it or criticize it and be scolded, still it will keep coming. Again, without having any shame, without trying to correct it and think, why am I like this? Why should I take insult from somebody? Let me have some respect, like the dog will not do that. So like some husband, this also applies to the ladies' side. The women also who do not hear Krishna Katha, they fall in this. And so Rukmini Devi is telling, why are you telling me to go to all those kings? They are as good as, a donkey or an oxen or a dog or a bidal, cat or a cat. Some husbands are always short-tempered, and the cat like that will have, suddenly if it gets angry, it does not know what it is doing, it will kill the wife itself. Like that the cat, always in a angry mood and want more and more. Krodha is more for some husband. That is that one. Then Bidala Brityaha. Then the Britya is a servant husband, henpecked husband, who just says yes to the wife shamelessly. In movies you may see such husbands. Same to the wife. The one who says becomes weak. Rukmini Devi says, don't send me to any of those kings and don't compare yourself with all of them, Krishna. Where are you? Your Katha and your glories, they purify all of us. And unless we search for you and attain you and make you as our purpose, what is the point of marrying anyone like that in the world? It's better not to marry at all. She's telling that shloka. So the Krishna Katha get uplifted. Otherwise, there is no use of marrying. So all the women, aShTamahiShi Vivaha, all the aShTamahishis are telling, may we have the chance to be his sevak in Janma after Janma. Draupadi, this is what we desire. Like that, all the aShTamahiShi Vivaha we saw. Then Bhagavan hears about Narakasura. Surapadi Gira Bhauma Dushteshtitani. Bhumi Devi's son, Narakasura, he's become very powerful and very wicked as a result and is committing atrocities. So Indra is praying to Bhagavan and says, please help us. So Bhagavan goes there. This Narakasura is the son of Varaha Swami and Lakshmi Devi, Bhudevi in that birth. See, Varaha Avatara, it happened many kalpas ago. He is still alive. Narakasura has long life. They live kalpa after kalpa. His mother has prayed for his long life, and then yes, he got long life, committing atrocities, and nobody is able to kill him. So the gods prayed to Bhagavan. So Bhagavan only, Krishna Avatara has to be happening, only then he can be killed. So now is the time. Smritayadam Pakshi Pravaram Adirudastamagamo. Then Bhagavan has to take Satyabhama. Narakasura has a boon that whoever he is born from, they have to kill him. Nobody else can kill him. He has that type of a boon. So Bhagavan has to take Satyabhama with him for this. That's why here it says, Vahananke Bhama Upavanamivarati Bhavanam. Not taking any of the other 8, only Satyabhama went. Smritayadam Pakshi Pravaram Adirudastamagamo Vahanange Bhama Upavanamivarati Bhavanam Vibindan Durgani Trudita Pradana Shonida Rasaihi Puram Tavat Pragjotisham Akurudaha Shonida Puram.
Hridayadam Pakshi Pravaramadirudasamagamo Vahanange Bhama Upanamivaradi Bhavanam Vibindan Durgani Trudita Pridana Shonida Rasai Puram Davat Pragjotisham Akurudaha Shonida Puram.
Call Garuda. Pakshi Pravaram. We call Garuda, and Garuda immediately appeared, and seated on Garuda, Bhagavan and Satyabhama went to the palace of Narakasura. He has so many like a layer of forts will be surrounding his palace. So many walls are there, and then a big moat is there. And then the Asura will be waiting in the front. Nobody can enter there. Like that, so many different barricades are there. But then Bhagavan very easily he entered and he destroyed each fort and went inside. And then he killed all the army. Vivindan Durgani Trudida Pritana Shonida Rasaihi. Then blood is flowing. And the entire city, is all the people are being attacked. Puram Tavat Pragjotisham Akurudaha Shonida Puram. Blood ran all over the city. Then Murada Sudha attacked Bhagavan. Murastvam Panchasyu. His 5-faced Mura is standing as God. Nobody can pass until they kill him. So, Murastvam Panchasyu Jaladivana Madhya Rudapadade Sa Chakrena Pradalida Shiramang Shubhavata Chaturdandai Dandavalapadi Birindana Samaram Radhagena Chitva Narakam Akarosti Narakam. पुरस्त्वां पञ्चास्यो जलदिवनमद्यादुदपददे स चक्रे चक्रेण प्रदलितशिरामंशु भवता चतुर्दन्तैर्दन्दावलपदिभिरिन्दानसमरं रथाङ्गेन चित्वा नरकमकरोस्तीर्णनरकम्. Faces he attacked Bhagavan. Bhagavan very easily killed him with the Sudarshana Chakra. Sachakre chakrena pradalida shiramangshu bhavata. Then Chaturdandai, then Narakasura came on, seated on big elephants, and 4 tusked elephants. Big elephants are coming and they are giving tough fight to Bhagavan. At one point, Bhagavan is seated on Garuda with Satyabhama right there. So, as Narakasura has the boon that only the one who he was born from can kill. So, what to do? Nobody could kill so long. So, now Bhagavan took her, Bhumi Devi's son, right? In the Varaha Avatara, she was Bhumi Devi. Satyabhama is an Amsha, an incarnation of Bhumi Devi. So she has to be present and approve, then only he can die. So a fierce fight is going between Narakasura and Bhagavan. He gives the Agni Astra, he sends the Varuna Astra, he sends the Pashupat Astra, so many Astras he is sending, attacking Bhagavan, and the battle goes on for few days, and then Bhagavan, at one point, he pretends to become unconscious, and then Satyabhama got angry and she starts to hit him. Then Bhagavan sent the chakra and killed him. Until then, he could not be killed, Narakasura. So, that is this sloka. By killing him, you saved him from Naraka. Narakamakaro-tirna narakam. See, Bhattadri's beautiful words. Radhangena chitva. With this Sudarshana, Bhagavan killed Narakasura and saved him from Naraka. Because Bhagavan killed him, he is redeemed. And so all the sins are forgiven because Bhagavan killed. And then he gets released. Then all the Bhumi Devi comes and does stuti to Bhagavan. She is the mother of Naraka in this birth. Stuto bhumya rajyam sapadi bhagadatte syatanaye gajam chaikam dattva. She is the mother. So she does pranam to Bhagavan. She is stuto bhumya rajyam sapadi bhagadatte syatanaye gajam chaikam dattva prajigaidanaga nijapurim khalena baddhanam स्वगतमनसां षोडश पुनः सहस्राणि स्त्रीणामपि च धनराशिं च विपुलम् स्तुतो भूम्या राज्यं सपदि भगदत्तेस्य. His son Bhagadatta is made as the king. भगदत्तेस्य तनये गजं चैकं दत्त्वा प्रजिगैधनागान् निजपुरीं खलेनाबद्धानां स्वगतमनसां षोडश पुनः. 16,000 women are captured by him and all are released now. And they say, Krishna, you have to marry us. We don't have anybody else. Nobody will accept us. After we have been in Naraka's imprisonment for so long, no other king will marry us. So you have to only marry us. Like this, they tell Krishna, and so Krishna marries all of them. That is this one. So, Shodasha Punaha Sahasrani Strinamapi cha Dhanarashim cha Vipulam. Bhunamami, you want to read? Bhaumapahida Kundalam Tadadite Datum Prayado Divam Shakradhyai Mahida Samam Daitaya Dustreshu Datta Kriya Kritva Kalpatarum Rushabhipadidam Jitvendramabhyagamah Tattu Shrimada Dosha Idrisha Idi Vyakhyātumeva Kritaha. So Narakasura had taken forcefully the earrings of Mother Aditi. So Bhagavan went to heaven and he gave back the earrings to Aditi Amma. And so Shakra, Adhyai, Mahida, then Indra and all of them receive Bhagavan and Satyabhama and honor them. And Satyabhama, Dustri Ishudatta Kriya. Satyabhama is so beautiful that all the Apsaras and all the heavenly damsels, their beauty and they are put to shame by the beauty of Satyabhama. Dustri Ishudatta Kriya. Then Satyabhama is telling Krishna, I want that Kalpaka Vriksha which is in Indra's palace, I want that. So Bhagavan tells Indra, we want to take that Kalpaka Vriksha. Kritva Kalpatarum Prushabhipa. Indra is saying, no, you are all human beings on the earth, you don't deserve this heavenly tree. Indra says no to Bhagavan. So Bhagavan got angry and forcefully took it, and then Bhattadri is saying, Tattu Shri Mada Dosha Idresha Idisi. The prosperity it causes arrogance. Shri Mada Dosha Idresha Idi Yakhyatume Krida. Indra got arrogant because he has too much prosperity, and so it begets arrogance. Nala Bhagavan forcefully took away the Parijata Vriksha from Indra's palace and brought it to here, and Rukmini Devi planted, Satyabhama planted in her garden. But all the flowers will fall in Rukmini Devi's portion of her garden, and she will make beautiful flower garland and offer to Bhagavan. A nice story that is. Then last sloka, Kalpadrum Satyabhama Bhavanavu Visrijan. Satyabhama planted. Then duShTa Sahasrayoshaha 16,008 total number of wives for Bhagavan. duShTa Sahasrayoshaha Svikritya Pratyagaram Vihita Bahuvapuhu Dalayan Keli Bhedaihi aShTaryānāradālogita. It's another beautiful chapter. Krishna as a householder, one chapter in Bhagavatam, very beautiful. What Krishna is doing in each house. In 16,000 women, 16,008. And everybody thinks Krishna is here, Krishna is here, Krishna loves me, Krishna is mine. The Chinmaya Rupa of Bhagavan. And what he is doing in each house, that's nicely given in Bhagavatam. Narada comes to visit Bhagavan and is Ascharya. He's stunned to see Bhagavan like this, leading a family life. aShTaryānāradālogita vividagatihi tatra tatra pigehe. Different houses. Bhagavan is engaged in various domestic activities. And then Bhattadri is saying, you had 10 such children by each wife. And Krishna's, Kula has spread everywhere. Bhuya sarvasu kurvan dasha tanaya pahivatala kalpadrum satyabhama bhavana bhuvisrijan duShTa sahasrayoshaha svikritya pratyagaram vihida bahuvapuhu dalayan keli bhedaihi aShTaryānāradālogita vividagatihi tatra tatra pigehe bhuya sarvasu kurvan dasha tanayan pahivatala. Bhagavan in this way he was leading a beautiful life as a householder also, performing various leelas in various houses, and he had 10 children from each wife. Hey Guruvayurappa, who does wonderful leelas, please protect me. Hey Guruvayurappa, Pahivadala Shri Krishnaya Parabrahmane Namaha Sandrananda Vabodatmakamanupamidam Kaladeshavadibhyam Nirmuktam Nityamuktam Nigama Shada Sahasrena Nirbhasyamanam Aspashtam Drishtamatre Punaruru Purusharthatmagam Brahma Tattvam Tattavad Bhadi Sakshat Guru Pavanapuri Andabhagyam Jananam. Shri Krishnaya Parabrahmane Namaha. Mugdam Sadadamapitam Nalayan Satyabhamam Yado Bhuya Sahakaludaya Yajnaseni चक्रप्रस्थं पुरमपि विभो संविदायागदो भूः भद्रां भद्रां भवदवरजां कौरवेनार्थ्यमानां त्वद्वाचा तामहृद गुहनामस्करी शक्रसूनुः तत्र क्रुद्धं बलमनुनयन् प्रत्यगास्तेन सार्धं शक्रप्रस्थं प्रियसखमुदे सत्यभामा सहायः तत्र क्रीडन्नपि च यमुनाकूलदृष्टां गृहीत्वा तां कालिन्दीं नगरमगमः काण्डवप्रीणिताग्निः भ्रातृत्रस्तां प्रणयविवशां देव पैतृष्वसेयीं राज्ञा मध्ये सपरिजर्षे मित्रविन्दामवन्दीम् सत्यां गत्वा पुनरुदवहो नग्नजिन्नन्दनां तां बद्ध्वा सप्तापि च वृषवरान् सप्तमूर्तिर्निमेषान् भद्रां नाम प्रददुरददे देव सन्दर्दनाद्याः तत्सोदर्यां वरद भवतः सापि पैतृष्वसेयी पार्थाद्यैरप्यकृतलवनं तोयमात्राभिलक्ष्यं लक्षं चित्वा शबरमवृताः लक्ष्मणामद्रकन्याम् अष्टावेवं तव समभवन् वल्लभास्तत्र मध्ये शुश्रोतत्वं सुरपदि गिरा भौमदुश्चेष्टितानि स्मृतायादं पक्षिप्रवरमधिरूढस्त्वमगमो वहन्नङ्गे भामाम् उपवनमिवारातिभवनम् विबिन्दन् दुर्गाणि तृडितपृतनाशोणितरसैः पुरं तावत् प्राग्ज्योतिषमकुरुताः शोणितपुरम् मुरस्त्वां पञ्चास्यो जलदिवनमध्यातुदपददे सचक्रे चक्रेण प्रदलितशिरामंशु भवता चतुर्दन्दैर्दन्दावलपदिभिरिन्दानसमरं रथाङ्गेन चित्वा नरकमकरोस्तीर्णनरगम् स्तुतो भूम्या राज्यं सपदि भगदत्येस्य तनये गजं चैकं दत्त्वा प्रजिगैदनागा निजपुरीं कलेनाबद्धानां स्वगतमनसां षोडश पुनः सहस्राणि स्त्रीणामपि च धनराशिं च विपुलम् भौमापाहृदकुण्डलं तदधिदेर्दातुं प्रयादो दिवं शक्राद्यैर्महितः समं दयितया दुस्त्रीषु दत्तक्रिया कृत्वा कल्पतरुं वृषाभिपतितं जित्वेन्द्रमभ्यागमः तत्तु श्रीमददोष ईदृश इति राख्यातुमेव कृता कल्पद्रुं सत्यभामा भवनभुवि सृजन् द्व्यष्टसाहस्रयोषाः स्वीकृत्य प्रत्यगारं विहितबहुवपुः लालयन् केलिभेदैः आश्चर्याद् नारदालोकितविविधगतिः तत्र तत्रापि गेहे भूयः सर्वासु कुर्वन् दशतनयान् पाहि वातालयेश। श्रीकृष्णाय परब्रह्मणे नमः।